Welcome everybody to Bricks and Toys. My name is Brandon and today we will be hopping back into our August backlog of LEGO sets to build, and we will be taking a look at this LEGO Star Wars 8 and older set 75388 Jedi Bob's Starfighter. This set has 305 pieces and it's part of the Rebuild the Galaxy series of sets. If I'm not mistaken, there are 3 of these sets. There is this set, there is a Dark Falcon, which I also have, and then there is the TIE Fighter and X-Wing mashup set as well. And with all 3 of those sets, you can collect most of the minifigures from the series, and no one would really care. The cool thing about these sets is because it is a weird Lego Disney mashup Star Wars type thingamabob, we're getting some really cool minifigures with this set. Some retro, now getting a storyline, and some just really mixed up like a Beach Luke or a Jedi Vader. With this particular set though, the star of the show is not the Akbar Trooper, which is kind of lame if I'm being rather honest. It's actually the Jedi Bob minifigure. If you guys don't know the story, I'm going to tell you what I know of the story about Jedi Bob. Back 22-ish years ago when LEGO first came out with the Star Wars lineup, they were a few years in, they made a LEGO Star Wars set and they put an unnamed minifigure in that set. That minifigure went years down the line, slowly growing to be accredited as Jedi Bob. So now, if you have that LEGO set, I think it belongs to a Republic gunship from 2002, I think, something like that. If you have that minifigure, that unnamed Jedi is now called Bob. And LEGO has adopted that now as what it actually is because that's what the fans want. So when they made the Rebuild the Galaxy series, they decided to make Jedi Bob an actual character, thus giving him his time in the sun with this Starfighter. So that's why this Starfighter kind of looks a little studdish and a little different, and it's because I believe it's supposed to harken back to 20 to 22 years ago when this minifigure that originally was unnamed came out into the spotlight. The whole purpose of me buying this set was just to have a modern rendition of Jedi Bob. To get any minifigures that old for me is just financially not feasible at this particular point, nor is it reasonable, because honestly, if I collect minifigures that are worth a lot of money, I'm going to show them to people and people are just going to do this to me like, whoop-de-frickin-do. Anyway, guys, this set does retail for $40 US. It is not on back order. You can pick this up pretty much anywhere at this particular point, and it fits in well with other Starfighters like Obi-Wan's that is still for sale. And taking a look at the box, as you can see, there is no 25th anniversary packaging on this set, so this one will be around for a good minute until people officially forget about the Rebuild the Galaxy series and LEGO just goes out with the product. Now, I kind of want to go fast with this video today because we're going to be doing something a little bit different in this video. So it's not going to be a normal video like what you guys are used to seeing from me when I review a product. I want to try to have more fun with this video and do something different, because why the hell not? So I want to move fast with this box overview. So we've already talked about the minifigures. Well, the only one we skipped is the servo droid. LEGO puts those in almost everything. It's always some type of box droid or gonk droid. Of course, the ship is in motion with the planes of the planet that the series takes on. We have a one-to-one of Jedi Bob up there with some of the country of origins. Coming around the side here, we got the Do Not Eat It with more logos. On this side, we got a little picture of the set right there with more logos. Coming around, we got the Legal Eagles, barcodes, all of that recycling information. And coming into the back, we got some playability features. Looks like we have a storage for some food in the front. And then we have the Akbar Trooper and Jedi Bob hashing it out with the servo gonk droid right there. And it's going to have some of those, laser cannon shooters like we would expect. So now let's go ahead, let's bust this bad boy open, and let's take a look at what we get in the box with this set. So with this box, there is no tape or surprises. It's 2 punch tabs, 1 and 2, and that gets the job done and gets the box open. With the box open, we can do our pour, which I'm only going to say 4 bags, and that's what I can see from this angle. We have bag 1, 3. Oh, we got a plate. 2, 3, and 4 in a random plate. Is there 2 random plates? I don't hear anything. Okay, so that's odd because this ship is parallel, meaning what is on one side is on the other. Is there a broken open bag? Is that why it's like this? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, there has to be an open bag here somewhere, because here's the other plate right here that this is parallel with, but this bag looks to be intact on number 3. Okay, maybe they just forgot and they threw it in the box and said, to hell with it? I don't know. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to spend time with it. It is what it is. 4 bags, 1 extra plate. That should be in bag number 3 from what it looks like. That's what you get. We do have a very small sticker sheet of 7 stickers right there. And then we do have our instruction booklet with our QR code to get our 20 points. Going into the back of the book, because there's probably nothing in the front, we do get the advertisement for the other Rebuild the Galaxy sets, like I mentioned before. And last but not least, in the back of the book, we have our last step, which is step 110 with 94 pages. Let you get a look at that. And to confirm my suspicions about there being nothing in the front, I'll go ahead and show you. It goes right into the first bag. So here is where things are going to change. I'm actually going to film this entire build. It's only, what, 305 pieces. And why not just film it? I'll leave in the best parts. I'll show you the things I like along the way. And that'll be the video. Instead of dragging on about it, showing it built, let's just do it together. Let's get into it. So for this, we're going to need my handy dandy tray. If you guys do not build with a tray, well, I suggest you get one, but not in black. Black is a really poor color. I have larger ones in white, but my desk is getting small. So now that we have all of our gear out, we're going to put away bag 4, bag 3 with its random plate, bag 2, and we're going to get ready for bag number 1. I am expecting minifigures immediately. So we're just going to go like that. We're going to dump it all out. Bada bing, bada boom. Put it all in there and toss it away. Goodbye. And then we are going to have this little box. I'm going to guess this is for a cape for Jedi Bob. That is correct. There is your little cape. So we're going to build probably all 3 minifigures with this set. Servo, Jedi Bob, and the Akbar Trooper. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look. So this Akbar Trooper is exactly what you would expect. It's 2/3 a clone trooper, minus the helmet, because you can't get a helmet on Akbar's head. And that's all it is. You kind of got to push to get the head on, give it a pistol. There's your Akbar Trooper. Done. But what everybody wants to see is going to be the Jedi Bob minifigure. And I like the way that there is not much print on this piece. We will talk about all of these minifigures coming up shortly. I don't know about you guys, but when I put my capes on, I try to do it exactly to the book, like it actually makes a difference. I don't really believe that it does, but it wants you to put the right flap down first, then the left flap down first. Then before I put the head on, I kind of go back here and I give it a good pop. And that way it kind of re-articulates the folds of the fabric to kind of give it a cone off the back of the head. And then I slide on the head. There is 2 faces to this minifigure. And before I put the head completely on, I want to verify which expression the book says, because that's the expression I'm going to roll with. I also want to look at the fabric, make sure it's the same on both sides. I want to make sure it's got that nice point from when I lapped it, that cone that I was talking about. And then once it's all overthought and done, put it on, slap on the little piece for his head, and you're done. He does have a green lightsaber that it wants. Once again, overthinking everything, make sure you put the beam of light on the lightsaber on the correct end, because they are not the same on both ends. That's your Jedi Bob. Next up is going to be the Gonk Droid. And this is going to start off with your typical 2x3 piece, with your 2x2 piece, moving on up to a 2x2 brick, then another 2x2 plate. Then we're going to have a hay bale style brick, some 1x1 bricks. Looks like we're going to give it top with a radiator grill, and then a 1x2 plate. And we're going to lock in all of that Gonk Droid goodness with another 2x3 dark blue plate. And then it wants us to add some accent with a little lime green stud right there with a printed 1x1 calculator tile off to the side. Now we got to this point, all we gotta do now is add the feet, which is gonna be with this modified 1x2 plate like normal, with these 1x1 weird little clip things for the feet. I swear I've done 100 of these and I got 100 all around me. I like to kind of stance the feet out. In the book it says put the feet together, but I like to fan them out to give it more balance. If it does anything, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter. Last but not least, a little antenna piece, and there is your servo droid. There we got Servo, Jedi Bob, the Akbar Trooper, who doesn't want to stay up because, well, he just doesn't. There we go. Now, let's build the Starfighter. Oh, look at this, everybody. We have a visitor. For all you new people on the channel, this is Grand Theft Kitty, aka Nimbus. He is a cat that my daughter stole, and I think he's thinking about stealing some minifigures. See, that right there tells you what he thinks about the Akbar Trooper. He sent it straight to the depths, and then he's going to kill everything else. Come here, bring it to me. There we go. But you see, they stayed above ground. The Akbar Trooper, well, he's about 6 inches deep inside of my desk. I do have a little cavity on my desk that opens up to hide wires, and that's where Akbar Trooper is at the moment. I'll be sure to get him out for the review. Let's keep building. Okay, so I want to hit the brakes right here, guys. 2 things I just noticed working on this set. 1, there is no brick separator with this set. Just realize that. Number 2 is I read somewhere in some book that Lego tries to sneak in a pink brick like it's some sort of challenge with the design team. And this set is no exception. And if my camera is shaking right now, it's because Nimbus is now on the ground playing with his toy on my tripod. Anyway, here is that pink brick. This is hidden in what I think is going to be the base floor of the unit. Pink brick, everybody. In the brick heads, they use it for the brain, I believe, of the brick head, or the heart, or both. I don't know. But there's your hidden pink brick within the set. Now, as I come down to the end of bag number 1, I kind of want to go through a really weird building process with you guys. This is a really interesting, unstable technique that I noticed with Lego. So I got this piece right here. It's like a pointy piece. You literally put it on one stud of that plate, another stud on that plate. Now it's not that even, so you're going to have to balance it out. So this is not too sturdy at all. But then to sturdy it up, you're going to take one of these plates, and you're going to pop it in there, lock it, and then you're going to put in a 2x2 tile to finish locking it in. Looks like that. And then they want you to finish it all off with a sticker, which I need to get my brick separator out for, because I only install my stickers with a brick separator. Sticker number 7 is what it says on page 27. And we're going to lift that sticker off, and then we're going to balance it in. It's going to go on the front here like so. There we go. Looks good enough to call it French. So the whole point of me showing you this is it's just weird. I call it like a hang-on technique. Lego's just like, okay, hang on, just one stud. Now 4 more studs and another 4. You have a solid piece. But when you first started, it's like, just hang on, be careful, till you get it done. And we finish up bag number 1, putting on these modified 2x1 or 1x2 plates with a little lip on them right here on the bottom. And then it says to take these 2 components which you built at separate times and to put them together just like that. And this is, besides your minifigures, you're looking at all of your bag number 1. And if you ever are wondering, well, how do I know if I actually got all the pieces that is supposed to be on this one chunk actually there? This is my time to show you guys. You go through, you look at your bonus parts. I have 1 lightsaber hilt, normal. I have 1 of the little shims for the Technic axles, normal. 1 of the little nipple stud thingamabobs, 1 stud, 1 printed tile. These are all normal extra pieces. So if there's no doubles of these pieces or anything larger than these single studded type pieces, you've done your job correctly. Now I put all my extra pieces into a extra bin. That's what's behind the camera here. And now let's roll into bag number 2. So before we take off onto bag number 2, I just want to let you know that there is 28 of those steps and 31 pages just for the first bag. So this is going relatively fast. Again, it's only a 300-piece build. So let's continue on to bag 2. Okay, guys, I want to hit the pause on another step right here. This is step 30.5, I guess, because there's 5 steps in step 30. We have this really unique part here that takes this half circle tile, which takes up 2 studs, and then we're going to put this step down angle brick right over it. So instead of using maybe a quarter pie tile, we're going to use this half pie tile. If you guys take a look, and we're just going to cover it up just like that. And weird, right? Instead of just doing it to where you use maybe a 1x1 plate and a quarter tile, just use a whole half, round tile with 2 studs, and then just put a brick on top of it. Interesting technique, Lego. This is why I like to build Lego, is so I can see all these techniques that they use. And check this out, everybody. Here's another pink working its way in behind the scenes. Just like that. This is probably going to be for the control panel, I'm going to guess. Okay, so your next sticker is going to be sticker number 5 on step number 38 on page number 40. It's just going to be this little accent sticker. And there is your second sticker installed. I'm going to guess this goes up on the top with the dome. Just like that. You know what? I'm just going to stick it on there anyway. And when you put that into place, that dome closes. So there we go. Is it starting to look like a Starfighter? I think so. Then up next on step number 42, we're going to put together a cartridge of blue milk using a blue 1x1 brick and a triangular 1x1 tile piece. And then we're going to get a banana. So we got a banana and we got that. I'm going to stick this down on a stud and I'm going to lay the banana flat just like that. And then I'm going to put this little housing piece, which is going to take our third sticker, number 6. That's a good layout. And then that's going to cover up all of that. Perfect. Okay, so we're at the end of bag number 2. We are halfway there. We have 57 steps now completed of this build. We're looking right down the barrel of bag number 3. Of course, we finished number 7 with putting this dome piece on, which we did way earlier, as you saw. One of the things you don't want to forget is to put this 1x1 clip plate in for like the headrest for your minifigure. One really cool thing is to note is you do got these really cool extra thrusters, and they use a skate element in the front. We'll talk more about this on the review. So that kind of adds a little bit more of the thrusting capabilities. So as you can tell, we're only missing one thing now, and that's going to be the wings. So this wing piece is either going to be loose from bag 4 or bag 3. I'm looking at bag number 3 right now, and it doesn't say to add it. So maybe this fell out of bag number 4, everybody. Let's get to work and find out. So bag number 3 does not look like it's got all that many parts in it, so this should be fast. I'm going to guess the majority of the 300 or so pieces are in the actual body of it, and just a small fraction are in the wings. Okay, so just like that, we are ready to do our next stickers. I kind of lost count. I think we are 3 stickers in. We're going to do our next 2 stickers. We have number 1 and number 3 ready to go on, and this is going to finish off our wing piece, which looks just like that. So these 2 stickers, they do coincide with one another, so you do want to take a little bit of time to try to line them up to where that red is going to line up where it looks like that. Okay, after a quick glitch of the camera, we are ready to go on to step 83, which will be taking the body of this, basically going from that angle and installing our first wing right into these clips, just like we would on any other Starfighter. And look at that. Getting there. Okay, so this is the weird part, everybody. So you remember that piece I said that was floating outside of the bag? This was included in your bag number 3. In the book, on number 4, it says extra piece. Why is this an extra piece? It is the same size piece that they fit in the existing bag. Okay, Lego, whatever. That's really strange. So let's pour out our 4th and final bag. without getting it all over the floor. Yeah, I don't see any reason that, besides the only difference between bag 3 and bag 4 are these extra beams for the little shooters. There's no reason for them to have done what they did. But we will put it in there anyway because, well, let's just get this dang thing done. We're going to now put on our last 2 stickers. Bada bing, bada boom. Step 109. Throw away our stickers. And step 109 is going to have us put this side on just like so. Lock it in. There we are. And we're ready for action. Ha ha! Look at that. Now, wasn't that an easy build? So I'm going to take my stud shooters. It says 3, which I have 3. I'm going to lock in 2 right here. 1 and 2. Now, they do have these hooks right down here, and I'm going to see if I can get away with sticking my extra in the hook, which I can. And then I have one more little hooker right there. I'll show you guys up on the review. And for that hooker, if I choose to put Jedi Bob in his Starfighter, I can put his lightsaber right there and keep it safe. So with that, everybody, let's come in and let's take a look at it. Okay, so let's start this review just looking at our minifigures. Here we have the Akbar Trooper. Like I said when I built him, he's got front leg printing down to his little toesies. He's got torso printing on the front and the back. So he's got really decent printing. He's got the little printing on his Akbar head. He's only 3 pieces, legs, torso, and head, plus the blaster. Not too exciting. Next up is going to be our little Gonk droid. Let you focus in. There we are. Popped right in. There you can see the calculator piece making the little front of it with that green eye. Then we have the little antenna piece, and you can see all the layers of brick to make it. Nothing to write home about. Then the star of the show, Jedi Bob himself with a green lightsaber. He only has printing on the front of his torso. Nowhere else. We do have 2 faces, a happier face and a more serious face. I love how they used yellow for his skin tone to harken back to the old days. Really cool minifigure. I'm going to have him displayed right next to the ship. Speaking of the ship, well, here it is. Really nice detail. Love the red and the white with this one. There you can see 2 of the sticker elements that we put on with the other 2, with another 2 right here. That's 6 of our sticker elements. This is showing you guys all the radiator grill and all the studs and the greebling plates and all of that. Pretty basic, but really nice. We do have the next sticker element right down there. Coming to the cockpit, we can lift up the dome just like that. And you can get a look at a little detailed printed instrument panel. And this is a little headrest piece for the seat. That comes down right there. There we can get a look at those half circular tiles that are covered up, look like a single pie slice. Really nice styling on the back of the ship. Like it a lot. Let's flip it all the way over. There we can get a look at how you put the wings on, just like how you would expect on any other Starfighter. Love the little extra rocket skates or roller skates on the top thrusters or the front thrusters. Never really seen that with the extra build for the thrusters in the front on a Starfighter, but pretty cool. You can see where those hooks are, where I added the extra laser shooter thingamabob. And then there's one on the other side for Jedi Bob's lightsaber if you choose to put him in the cockpit. Looking at the ship in its entirety, here we are going around. And that's it, everybody. Let's pose it up just like that for you guys to see. And let's wrap up this video. So here we are at the end of the video for Jedi Bob's Starfighter, the $40 Rebuild the Galaxy themed Lego set. I think out of all of the Rebuild the Galaxy sets, I think that this is by far probably the most palatable one of them all. And that is solely because of Jedi Bob and his Starfighter. They're really nothing re-bricked. They're just enhanced creations of something that kind of, took off on its own 22 years ago. It's not like you're trying to digest a Dark Falcon, which in my opinion is pretty sick, or putting TIE Fighter wings on an X-Wing. Yeah. So I think that out of the three of these, this one is the most palatable. It is also the most affordable at only 40 US dollars. This, at this particular point in the season, late or early November when you guys see this video, it's the perfect gift for maybe a elephant party or just to give to somebody that you love or a friend. We're at that point of the year where we got to start, pointing out gifts and, giving gifts because ho ho, commercial Christmas, right? So this set I think would be perfect for that. Or it's perfect for your collection. I really like the set. I like the Jedi Bob minifigure. Clone Akbar I can do without. The Gonk droid, I can definitely do without him. We are honestly here for Jedi Bob and the Starfighter, and for that, it's worth the $40. And at $40, it's a great gift for this holiday season, especially to yourself, if that is the only person you can give a gift to. Haha. So with that, everybody, that does it for this video. If you guys want to support the channel, there's two ways to do so. Right down below, you guys can hit the thank you button. When you guys hit that, you guys can leave a small donation. Helps to get Lego sets just like this and everything you see around me. Equally as important, just hitting that subscribe button and following along means the world to me and the channel. I would super appreciate that. As usual, if you guys can share this video with your friends, hit that thumbs up and that like button. That would be much appreciated. I'm going to film one more video, just like I filmed this one. That will be the duel on Peridia in 4 days, or maybe it's out by the time you guys watch this video. Hope you guys check it out, and I hope you guys like coming along with me and building this set together. Thank you so much for watching. You all have a good one.